going to be guiding you through a movement practice followed by a seated meditation. So if you would have a cushion or a chair or a pillow nearby, we'll get started with our movement practice just by sitting in the most easeful way you can so that you feel a nice tall spine and you can sit up nice and tall. And let's start just by taking a big breath in through the nose. Let it just fall out of your mouth. And let's take one more big inhale through the nose. Let it fall out of your mouth. And just start to become present to yourself, to your body. Using your breath as a tool of making this first deep inward contact with yourself. And we'll start just by inviting some movement into your neck, letting your neck just roll around a couple times. And see if you can start to synchronize your movement and your breath. So that you're creating this connection between your body, your mind, and your breath. And reversing direction. Releasing any stress or tension in the neck. And then just coming back to neutral, just feeling into those sensations for a moment. And inviting some movement into the shoulders, taking a big breath in through the nose, letting the shoulders rise up towards the ears, and exhaling the shoulders down, letting the shoulders release any tension, inhaling, and exhaling the shoulders down. And then inviting some circles through the shoulders, bringing the shoulders up, around, and back. These big movements in the shoulders to wake up the shoulders and to start to release any stress or tension there. And then reversing direction. And your eyes can be open or closed, so you are inviting that inward focus. Really paying attention to your breathing first and foremost. Inviting some movement into the arms and the wrist. Stretching out through your wrist by pulling back on your fingertips, feeling that gentle stretching through your wrist, your forearms. Releasing the arms and then taking a big breath in through your torso. So inhaling your arms up. As you plant your sits bones, same time, really lengthen up through your spine, lift up through your chest. Big inhale, find space, and exhale. Send the arms down and away. Bring your right hand beside you and inhale. And stretch your left arm up. Lengthen and find space through the left side of your body. And exhale and release your left arm down. Inhale, lift your right arm up. Feel into your side body. Find space there with your inhales. Find length. And exhale, and the right arm down. Taking a gentle twist, bringing your right hand to your left knee, planting your left fingertips behind you. Inhale and find length through your spine. And exhale, look over the shoulder, create slight pressure with your hand on your knee to create just a gentle twist back over the shoulder with your eyes. And then releasing, coming back to center. And other side, bringing your left hand to your right knee, your fingertips behind you. Inhale. Find that length first, really ground down through your right sits bones. And look over your right shoulder, twisting your spine. And coming back to center. And inviting some movement into the hips, taking some big circles through the hips, using your hands for support on your knees, doing these big circles around and down. Staying rooted down again through the sits bones, and that nice stretch through the hips, and then changing directions. Continue to invite breath into the movement, so the movement feels connected. And coming back to center. And extend your legs out in front of you for a moment. And reshape the legs around a little bit, just inviting some movement into the legs, flexing and pointing the toes a couple times. And then crossing the legs, coming forward onto hands and knees, and preparing to create some movement in your spine with some rounds of cat-cow. So first, find a nice neutral spine with your wrist underneath your shoulders. Feel the length from your tailbone all the way through the back of the neck. Tops of the feet flat, and then inhale. And open up, arch the spine, look up. Exhale, pull the belly in, tuck the chin, round the spine. Push away against the floor, inhale. To arch the spine, open the chest, gaze upwards. Exhale. Round the spine. Couple more, synchronize your breath with your movement. And let the movement feel good. Really absorb yourself in your breath. And come back to a neutral spine. Let's take a moment to send the hips down to the heels, stretch the arms forward. Just rest the wrists, the hands for a moment. Bring your forehead down towards the ground. Feel a nice length through your back here. Move around a little bit in the hips. And connecting with that nice length through the spine, connecting with, again, a nice long full breath. And walking the hands to the right. Root your left sits bone down towards your heel, hip to heel, and then stretch forward and feel that nice length through the left side of the body. And just really letting the breath be calming for you. And letting the stretch be calming for you. Bringing the hands all the way over to the left now. Rooting the right hip down towards your right heel, stretching through your right fingertips. And just surrendering to the ground here, feeling all that nice length. Bring your hands back to center. And come up onto hands and knees. And this time tuck the toes under and send your hips up, downward facing dog. And you can either just walk the heels one at a time, feeling that nice stretch through the back of your legs, or just keep a nice bend in both knees and feel the stretch through your lower back, finding all that length as you relax your head and your neck down, pressing through the knuckles of the hands, taking the weight out of the wrist, and again finding that nice long calming breath, maybe coming up onto the toes and then bringing the heels down. Good, and then looking forward, just sending the legs through, first coming into a seated position and then extending your legs out in front of you. Flex your feet, stretch your arms forward, pull your lower belly in, really activate your core as you just roll down vertebrae by vertebrae. And then resting for a moment, relaxing your arms down by your sides. And then bringing the heels in close to the hips. And lifting the hips up and then relaxing your lower back, so pull back your sacrum on the ground, feeling a nice support for your lower back. Keeping your left foot on the floor, bringing the right foot up on top of the left thigh for this nice figure four stretch for the hips. Flexing your right foot, staying here, bringing your left arm through to grab for the back of the leg and creating some stretch here through the hips. And keeping the right foot flexed, just breathing into that nice stretch through the right hip. Using your exhales to create a little bit of pressure as you pull. And grabbing underneath the left knee and using that gentle pressure there. And take a few deep breaths here, slightly tucking the chin. And then relax your left foot down, switch sides, bring your right foot down onto the ground. Bring your left foot up onto your thigh, flex that left foot. And if you're ready, you can lift your right foot off the floor and just deepen the stretch through the left hip. And if you'd like, threading the hands through. Grab underneath the right leg and gently pull, feeling that nice sensation. Just keeping in mind that one side might feel different than the other, a little bit tighter or a little bit looser. And just seeing if you can enjoy that process of breathing right into your edge so you feel a little bit of release as you exhale. Feel your body just starting to open up a little bit. Maybe release some of that stress. We carry a lot of stress, we carry a lot of emotion in the hips, so I'm just giving a little bit of space for that to soften a bit, to relax as you breathe. And bringing the right foot down. Spread the feet so they're about the width of your mat. Bring your arms out to a T. And just windshield wiper your knees to the right and the left a couple times. Again, feeling some release there through the hips. And coming back to neutral with both feet on the floor, preparing to take our bridge pose. Bring the hands down to either side of the body with your palms down. Feet flat on the floor, pretty close to the hips. Really engage down through the feet as you push and lift your hips up off the floor. And you can stay right here, just pressing your arms down, or if you want a little more, walking the shoulders a little closer underneath you. Clasping the hands together if you'd like to create a little bit more of a back bend here, feeling that nice stretch through the front of the body. Using the power of the legs here for support, so continuing to press down into the feet as you lift the hips up, and continuing to breathe even as the chin is slightly tucked. And releasing. Hips back down on the floor. Knees flat back. And then bring both knees into your chest. Reach around and grab for your elbows or your forearms or your wrists. Just giving yourself a nice big hug and allowing the back of the head to release down to the ground. And taking some deep breaths here as you just hug your knees into your chest and flatten your spine as much as you can, creating a slight tuck to your chin. Feet stay relaxed. Take a few deep breaths here. And then releasing the feet down to the ground. And then just lifting the legs again, and this time reaching underneath the backs of the knees, the backs of the thighs. We're gonna roll through a few times here. Just rolling through the vertebrae. And take your time here. A few times, just should feel nice for the spine. Take one more. And then come up. Let's come into butterfly position here, bringing the soles of the feet together. Maybe grabbing for the big toes. And if it's too much, just bring the feet a little bit more forward. And if you want more stretch, bring the feet a little bit closer in. And just allowing for the knees to fall open and apart. Grabbing for the big toes so that you can create a slight lift at the same time through your chest. Grounding down through the sits bones, and now just start to round down towards the feet, relaxing your grip on your feet. Just rounding the spine here, slightly tucking the chin, just aiming your forehead to your toes. And pulling in through the low belly so you feel that nice rounded spine all the way through your low back. And releasing your head and neck. And come all the way back up. And just extend your legs out in front of you. Just taking a forward fold here, so flexing the feet and just starting to walk your hands forward. Maybe it's just a few inches. Maybe if you have the flexibility, you can reach to grab for your feet with your fingers down and just creating a nice last stretch through the back of the body. Just be content to be right where you are. And breathing into whatever sensation of stretch that you feel is just right. And relaxing the feet, letting yourself just fold a little deeper down onto the legs. And then walking your hands back slowly up. And we'll find a place to sit in our meditation. So if you have your cushion nearby, or if you want to transition to a chair, that's just fine. If you have a cushion or a pillow, you just want your hips a little bit higher than your knees if possible. Just taking a little bit of that pressure off of the knees. And then sitting up nice and tall. And drawing your shoulders down and back. Letting the hands just rest down on your thighs. Letting your hands and your fingers just soften to rest there. Feel your shoulders soften. And connect for a moment to your sits bones as they connect with the cushion or the chair. And let your eyes close now so you can turn your focus more inward. And become present to your breath in and out through your nose. And let your face relax. And let your breath just become more smooth and more even. And if you need to, counting your inhales and your exhales to even them out. And just letting your breath start to soften inside the space of your body. Noticing where the breath is landing and softening. Creating space for your breath to flow more fluidly through your body. And finding that nice, easy rhythm to your breath, expand your awareness a bit to include your whole physical body. And just noticing what it's like to be inside your body right now in this moment, noticing perhaps any places of tension or discomfort or constriction. Noticing areas that you can soften a little bit with your breath and with your awareness, letting the shoulders soften and the jaw. Letting the top, the crown of the head just settle so everything can begin to settle down towards the ground. And staying with your nice and even flow of breath. Expand your awareness again to include your mental body, so the whole landscape of your thoughts. Noticing any thoughts that are right there present in your mind in this moment, or maybe just there right below the surface. And just see if you can create a little bit more spaciousness within your mind. Continuing to breathe in and out through the nose. Allow space for all of those thoughts to simply rise and fall. As you continue to watch this nice, even flow of breath. And making your awareness a little bit more focused now, a little bit more fine. Take a big inhale through the back of the head. So inhaling right into your head, and let your exhale just be a release. And really locating yourself right in the center of your head. So you feel that you're sitting right there in the center of your head. You can imagine a couple of arcs right from your inner ears, right up and into the very center of your head. Perhaps visualizing that point in the center of your head as a light, or feeling into that vibration or gentle hum right there in the center of your head. Allowing yourself to attune to that point and then rest right inside that point. And attuning for a moment to the quality of your own deep understanding, your own intelligence, resourced right there in the very center of your head. Taking a moment to let that quality resonate and expand in your awareness. And just noticing that natural uplift to your thinking mind as you do that. And taking another big breath in, and letting your exhale fall out of the mouth, and deepen your awareness to include your emotional body now. And becoming present to any emotions that are there, or perhaps any emotions that are right there under the surface. Softening to create a sense of spaciousness around your emotions. So the emotions can rise and fall. And just letting whatever's there just simply be there, creating space for it. And then maybe noticing as it shifts or changes or falls away. And then taking a breath in right into the center of your chest, right into the center of your heart. As if there's air, you can breathe right in the center of your heart. Make your attention more fine now, more thin, focus. See if you can attune to a point right at the center of your heart space. Really noticing that your body has a front and a back to it, and finding the very center of your body right along your vertical core, deep within the center of your heart. And just letting yourself rest there as if you're just sitting right in the center of your heart. And take a moment to attune to the quality of your own heart, quality of perhaps your own love or compassion, maybe your own vulnerability there, right in the center of your heart. Letting that quality resonate through the space of your chest. Creating a hum right there in the center of your chest, maybe expanding to include more internal space. And then taking another big breath in through your nose. Let it fall out of your mouth. And travel your awareness down even deeper into the space of your body, feeling for your sits bones and your pelvic floor, those points of contact with the cushion or the chair underneath you. Feeling the ground or the foundation of your being into which everything else can rest, your mental life, your emotional life, everything can rest as it settles down towards the ground of your being. Maybe even feeling further down through the legs and into the feet, so that you feel for a moment that you're fully inhabiting that space of your feet. If the feet are on the ground, feeling that connection with your feet pressed against the ground. And then taking a moment to make your focus more subtle, more fine, more thin. And locating a point right in the center of your pelvis, a couple of finger lengths below your navel point. And deep within the core of your body, See if you can rest within that point, perhaps visualizing a point of light or feeling around for a gentle vibration or hum down inside the space of your pelvis. And attuning now for a moment to the quality of your own vitality, your own creativity, and your own personal power within your midsection, within your pelvis. And allowing that quality to resonate through the space of your body. And really maintaining that connection to the ground, down through your sits bones, down through your feet. And then taking a moment now to reconnect with the whole internal space of your body. Up through your heart and up through the center of your head, maybe feeling all of those three major points all at once, resonating or vibrating within the space of the body. And feeling that the breath can move through the space of your whole body now, from head down to the toes. You might feel like your body is breathing itself. Feeling into this whole unified field of your experience now, inside the space of your body. And connected to all of this internal space, attune to your wisdom body. And this is the part of you that knows without thinking, knows intuitively the truth of yourself, the truth of your life. And is connected to your inner knower. So just resting now in that deep receptivity of inner knowing, allowing your breath to continue to flow. And giving space for any integration, any insight, any wisdom or inner guidance to flow through your body now. And letting your heart and your mind receive any wisdom. Any guidance that you need for your day, for your week, for this month, for this next chapter in your life. And perhaps feeling into the stillness of your balanced mind. And then taking a moment to send yourself some deep appreciation and gratitude for taking this time to tune in, to listen to yourself, perhaps bringing hands to heart center to connect with that sense of appreciation and self-love. Taking a big breath in and just filling up with that quality of gratitude. Taking one last exhale, release. And the light in me honors and acknowledges the light inside of you. Have a wonderful, blessed rest of your day and your week. Namaste.